And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The top 2 teams left for contention of the Club Championships, Falcons, as well as Team Liquid. You heard the stipulations here, what needs to be done. We'll get there, definitely, when we get there. If you guys want to pay attention even closer, Group G is where you're going to need to focus on in regards to who takes it down for this year's Club Championships at Esports World Cup. However, switching gears a little bit, going into Group B, it's Riddles going up against Momochi. This is a matchup that we feel has been brewing up in a lot of the people's minds as of day number 1. We're like, man, how does Riddles contest against someone like Momochi with a character like Ed?
Yeah, exactly right. And man, that Zeta division, they are rolling deep here in the crowd. So Momochi feeling kind of a home court advantage here, considering how many people are there to support him. Now, on the other hand, Riddles, as we've talked about, right? Riddles is one of our favorite stories coming into this event. Recently free agented, came out on his own dime to get into the LCQ, made it all the way into the main event here. Had a, honestly, phenomenal showing up against Meta RD. If you just check the box score, seeing the 3-0, that doesn't tell the whole tape. I think that was probably the closest Riddles has ever gotten to defeating Meta. Every single game went to the wire. It was a great performance. So now he's going to have a chance to carry that momentum. Hopefully he feels good about that performance regardless of the loss. I think he even tweeted about how he still feels good about his play. So because of that, Momochi, I think, is going to have his hands full. The problem for Riddles is that Momochi has some of the best Terry practice in the business, right? He has Lashar in Japan/Korea. He's got Kincho, who is also here, who is one of the top-rated Terrys online. So he's going to be prepared. But if he's going to be prepared for Riddles' brand of Terry is what we're going to see.
You weren't kidding when it came to the numbers game. We were kind of like, I'm going to rehash this number a little bit. Riddles versus Menardi, despite it being 0-3, he went down swinging. Yeah. It was absolutely close. It was 1-2 all the way through. In contrast, Momochi versus Kawano, Momochi was only able to snag one round against Kawano's Akuma. Yeah, I was actually speaking in rounds, not in games. My mistake. Sorry, just to kind of reiterate that. But yeah, only a single round was taken from the side of Momochi against Kawano, whereas Riddles took a round off of Mena RD every single game of that set. If that tells you anything in regards to statistics, I honestly think Riddles should be feeling rather confident going into. However, with a guy like Momochi, he's not going to take getting swung on too lightly. Yeah. Especially with Ed. I think personally, he's totally ready with the training partners that he's had. He's totally going to be ready for what comes his way. It really depends on how the player playstyle, as Rinch has talked about, how that's going to affect this particular matchup.
Oh man, here we go. Momochi and Riddles again. This is to go on to face Kawano. So we're going to see if Momochi can earn his run back, or if Riddles going to get his first chance at Kawano in the tournament so far. Oh, and again there, just beautifully spaced with that light kick, knowing when Momochi was going to press his button and just beating him to the punch. And now Riddles again going to get the knockdown here, just establish the corner pressure. Quick tech from Momochi. He's going to get some breathing room into that crouch heavy kick, of course. The distance on that is potent, bruh.
Oh, checking the spacing immediately. Baiting Momochi into trying to walk. That low medium kick is the big party starter, and immediately getting another throw bait after the standing heavy punch. Actually connected. Are you okay? Oh. Buster Wolf.
Not in this round, he's not. Momochi already going down 1. Like we talked about Riddles, you got to carry that over that momentum. I know he's feeling good. And again, already looking to establish nice and early. Just the pressure, and actually snipes the raw flicker. It's like that, Riddles.
Giving Momochi quite the conundrum. How do I figure out this matchup? How do I figure out this playstyle? Riddles really living up to the name. Burn Knuckle to keep him in check. You're not allowed to leave for free.
Oh my goodness, bro. And the quick burn on the OD at the end as well. Leaving Momochi a little bit of a sus space, right? He didn't want to immediately press back. And yeah, despite Momochi having a lot of matchup experience in this one, it feels like he's a bit uncomfortable with the way Riddles is playing and the ranges that he's trying to stand at.
Oh, and again, so difficult to react to. Hence Momochi getting clipped by the burn knuckle again as the opener. I'm loving this right now from Riddles. I want to see what happens now with Momochi, knowing full well that Riddles is willing to let that neutral killer rock.
That's the thing, right? Yeah, almost acts as a jump scare on the ground game, that bird knuckle. But this time, Momochi with a clean whip punish to start it off. It takes the empty jump and throws him back into the corner. Very smart. Trying to make something out with the kill rush right there. Maybe the DI that we saw before, but instead, Riddles gets the big stand heavy kick. Power slam as well. Oh, and then again, a snipe in the feet as Momochi trying to walk back. That crouch medium kick got great range on it from Terry.
Oh, damn. Crouch shoot immediately eliminating the potential flicker. Okay, we do get a pretty big change up now with that back throw. Not for long. Riddles with immediate jumps 2 times over to reset the spacing. Now in control. Immediate check against the potential block string with OD rising tackle.
Oh, and the blitz he committed to it. Riddles trying to take his turn a little bit too early. Momochi closes it out. I do love the double jump from Riddles though, because he did get thrown back after the empty jump previously. So he's adjusting to Momochi's decisions quite quickly.
Superman punch now standing fierce right to the grill. A lot more of a patient approach coming in from Momochi. I lied to you. I lied to you all. Immediate drive rush afterwards. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's trying to pick his spots right. He's not trying to be too timid because I think that's what lost him game 1. So now he's got some intel together here. Didn't quite get the dream the way he started it, but he's finishing it nice and clean anyway.
Yeah, because he was mid-screen, he's not going to have a lot of mileage to get that damage either way. So he dumped out the damage. He front-loaded it immediately with the uppercut, and boy, is he reaping up the rewards off of that. Good decision-making, knowing full well where his position was on the screen to get that damage out from level 2.
Yeah, that's the thing with Momochi, right? It's not only that he's so consistent with the dream combos, but he's so aware of where he's at on the screen that sometimes he'll bypass that just to get the maximum damage from where he's at, right? Great call, Vicious.
All tied up, 1 apiece. In quick fashion, too, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, both of these matches, these first 2 matches have been very explosive. It really felt like Momochi just gathered intel in that first game, came out and exploded here in game 2. Oh, that was the punch frame bird knuckle too. You saw the screen shake. Momochi showing no fear though.
Yeah, Riddles trying to delay his own momentum with that normal.
Yeah.
Catching the counter hit against him though, with Momochi striking with the lighter one, standing medium punch punish counter, not really leading out so much just yet though. Riddles, he's the one at a current deficit with the drive gauge. Doesn't matter if you have a bird knuckle, right?
Yes, indeed. Again, yeah, he's been willing to let that rock, right? Catching Momochi on the forward approach a lot of the time because obviously Ed wants to get into that range, right? I think that's why the fireballs are coming out more and more to show that he's not willing to just go in and a beautiful perfect parry on the quick burn.
Something you have to have in your back pocket at all times. If someone tries to end that string into a quick burn, that's an easy time to get yourself that perfect parry. You get that forward throw, setting up the spark, power wave and rebuttal from Riddles.
And again, right there, yeah, Momochi, I think he was below 3 bars when that stand medium kick connected. That's what put him over 3 bars, so he didn't want to commit to the drive rush cancel outright.
Not going to be able to block for long. That burnout is coming.
All right, yeah, I mean, Terry's got great bully game in the burnout, but he's so low on life that he can't be too aggressive. Because if Momochi gets a proper reversal super, it's going to be all over. But instead, Riddles does put it all on the line. Gets the DI as he gets close enough to connect, and he will be able to dump the resources. Only needs 1 bar, maybe needs 2. He's not high enough to get the second buster.
Momochi has to sit still. He can't get caught walking backwards. Hence why the overhead comes in clutch for Riddles.
Great call, Vicious, right? He didn't want to get sniped with that crouch medium kick. It's so potent for Terry. What a recognition for Riddles to go with the overhead instead. And now Momochi gonna stabilize a little bit here in this next round. Spinning the level 3 nice and early because he knows ideally he goes to a next round. So we gotta build as much meter back for that as possible.
Man, very explosive start from Momochi. He gets to hang back and kind of dictate the pace also with some of the strings that he could throw with the flicker. The immediate check. Momochi's trying to delay normals and now delaying throws. This is gonna be huge coming into it. The damage is there. The drive gauge is depreciating. Now Riddles, how do you potentially close this game out?
I love this, right? We gotta see if Riddles is gonna be willing to go for the burnout, right? How is Momochi gonna thwart this? Is he gonna do EX? No, instead, he goes for the drive reversal and Riddles baits it out perfectly. He's gonna get the kill off of it and go up 2-1.
Insane, by the way. The calls from both ends, absolutely ridiculous. These guys are playing godlike.
Yeah, so smart from Riddles, right? I think that's really the safe option a lot of the time. We've seen that so much this tournament, where the opponent is about to get burned out, so they just commit to the drive reversal, knowing that the opponent is going to put a block string on them to get there. That time, instead, Riddles pumped the brakes early, and man, what a way to do it. Now Momochi, though, showing the perfect parry and getting him knocked down in the corner. That's what we talked about before, right? Whenever he jumps out of the corner, Momochi is looking to throw him back in.
Something to note going forward. Riddles now on the offensive end. We get the forward throw. Dash up on in there. What's the defense like for Momochi? It's just 2+. That strike throw mix is just so potent. You know what? Get it out of my face. I got an OD uppercut for you.
Instead, this time Momochi representing the OD, right? Something that he hasn't done much up until this point. Wow, the DI rip from Riddles. Maybe trying to snipe another flicker that we saw like from earlier.
The level 1, yeah, has to come out. It is just enough towards the end of it. As dry as they were, that single hit confirmed coming in from Momochi was everything for that round.
Very nice, man. Momochi, how quick he recognizes which routing to go into. I mean, the fact that he's so good at that, I think, is what makes him so good on Ed. It's very much a demand for the character to play at high level.
Bro, I wonder how hard it is to actually confirm that target combo from the low medium, because that looks rather fast.
Yeah, 100%, man. Oh, straight up, and yes, that's the round wave, right? That's the heavy version. That does act as a strike when it's perfect parry. That's why you saw the slowdown.
That's pretty godlike too. Being able to practice against that consistently against someone like Lashar, someone like Kinsho as well, you know for sure he's well versed in it. But now let's talk about this pressure. Momochi trying to create some space away from the corner as much as possible. Damn, punish counter as well. The dream is alive, and now a nightmare for Riddles. If this doesn't kill, he's got to be in burnout afterwards. It does kill.
I love that, right? Momochi is going for a very stable, consistent route right there. He knew he had the other meteor in his back pocket that he could close it out with, and just like that, the Zeta Division crowd very pleased in the building here as we go to a Game 5.
We were not kidding when we talk about Zeta Division rolling in deep. There was like 5 to 6 rows full of people, full of supporters, even before we got started here today, but damn.
Yeah, you heard Vicious right. It wasn't 5 to 6 people. It was 5 to 6 full rows of people. Like, it is a big contingent of Zeta Division fans.
Oh, good call out against the Superman punch. That forward Fierce getting stuffed out by the rising tackle. Back-to-back Fierce is just draining the drive gauge against Mochi. Hence why he's taking full screen up back against Riddles, but now finds himself into the corner. These conversions have been so significant for Riddles in terms of control. Again, rising tackle. He's so ready to risk it all. And I like this too. We got level 2 on deck just in case. You already know it.
The power geyser was there. That had to be like the last active frame of medium punch that caught Momochi, man. Holy smokes.
Immediate spark, checking the approach from Riddles, now spending a little bit of gauge of his own. Momochi letting the fireballs do the talking, but Terry being able to suppress that, he's not going to be fearing it too much. He's going to slowly walk up into his space if Momochi lets him, and that's exactly what happens once he senses Riddles is trying to walk out of here.
Oh yeah, and Riddles holstering the reversal this time, right? He doesn't want to be too predictable with it. Momochi catches the jump with a back dash, you ain't going nowhere, and he's keeping that meter in his back pocket, right? He knows he's got another round to go to take the set.
Hitting him with the bone saw. I've got you for 3 minutes in this corner. Into another round. This is looking too close. Final round between the two.
Now Riddles, it's his turn. He might get the chance to say, you ain't going nowhere.
Possibly, man. Someone's got to get paid.
Oh, wakes up with it, but it's baited out. This is huge for Riddles. Not only is he going to get massive damage, he actually might kill. Okay, no, he didn't want to go into it. He didn't have the extra meter for the triple geyser. My mistake.
Oh, forcing the drive reversal. A couple of hits on the speed bag, aka the Dome of Terry. Drive rush, Superman punch, couple of lights again, followed by the flicker. How do you keep the control against Riddles? And a very, very brave walk-up throw gets tagged.
What a snipe from Momochi as well, using the flicker to completely delete the power away. Oh, he didn't confirm that. Tries to get the dash under. He catches him low. Is he going to get built to the level 1? He does, and that's just enough. Momochi clutches it out to survive. Oh, man. What a showing from Momochi right there.
I can't even tell you how much that could have swung in Riddles' favor. Like, of course, he didn't get the 3rd bar for the Power Geyser extension, but I think spending any of it for the knockdown and for the damage, I think that would have changed the course of history.
Yeah, it was one of those things, right, where like we were talking about how Momochi's routing recognition is part of what makes him so good on Ed. You need that same expert level routing recognition for Terry because he has that triple geyser extension where it takes 3 bars plus drive meter, right? But then if you burn yourself out to get to those 3 bars, you can't do that anymore. You have to go into a level 3 routing. And it felt like he just kind of got caught in the lights deciding what to do with the amount of resources he's had. And unfortunately, because of that, yeah, as Vicious said, I think some damage that could have been big slipped through, and you see he dies with the CA on deck. That is painful, man.
Such a heartbreaker, either way you spin it, honestly, because of how close that match was. I think no matter who had lost, would have been so tough to really understand and digest because these guys were swinging and these guys were making so many great adaptations throughout the course of that match. It was rather impressive. Like the entirety of Group A, insanely good.
Yeah.
Group B, especially right now, the way it starts, still keeping it up.
Oh man, and then Riddles again came out here on his own dime, made it through to the LCQ to the main event, only to watch himself get crushed. Oh,
it's a cold man. Did you see not a single flinch?
Yeah.
When the key broke, he's like,
that's
I
right.
see. Just another day, huh?
And that was a special key one too. We got a little piece that shot towards the camera. That was an especially violent key crush right there. But right now, the man who's been waiting in the wings, right? The man who defeated Momochi yesterday, where Momochi only took 1 round off of him. Kawano is gonna stand in the way of Momochi advancing to stage 2.
This is going to be a banger, guaranteed. If Kawano can keep up exactly what he did to take down Momochi in the first place, he's big chilling. But let's be realists here. Momochi, he's been in the lab. He knows exactly what needs to be done going in from a heavy loss. And we've seen that too, going in from Blink Respawn over to Evo. He had substantially better results. Well, I think it was a much grander stage. Let's be real frank about that with a world scale like Evo. But honestly, his adaptation levels are insanely high. I think we kind of praise him as having some of like the best changes towards game strategies, both on the fly and also during downtime, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to have an opportunity to do so, right? He knew that Kawano was waiting in the wings. He knew if he got past the Riddles, it was going to be time to fight the man that took him down. Like you see, last time they met 3-0. Total whip punishes, though, did go in Momochi's favor, but those shimmies, man, when they land, it is such a high damage reward. And the misty eye reactions, is that some Uncle views?
That's age dependent. I want to say it's not necessarily based on the gameplay. I will definitely call that out now. A little bit of a side note, that is definitely age dependent.
Oh, man. That is a good one here as we are all getting ready for this match to decide who's going to get into stage 2. You can see different representatives of the fandom here, the Zeta division showing out to support Momochi, but you already know Kawano and that Good 8 squad got plenty of support as well, especially in that fresh denim jacket, man. I really love the fact that that's kind of their esports jersey, the denim jacket. I think that's such a cool remix.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned that a few times over on a couple of stages. Good 8 squad definitely be coming out with some really nice, just in general, like uniforms and clothing lines. I've got to talk to those guys. Either way, we digress. Momochi versus Kawano. This is the run back. Only one gets to qualify into the next stage.
Indeed, man. And like you said, Momochi, he's too legendary of a player, I think, to go out. Oh, my goodness. He said, you going to try that DI stuff again? Nah, I'm wide awake here. I already know what the game plan says.
I lied to you all. Momochi's actually Benjamin Button.
Aging gracefully, getting younger
my
as he
God!
gets older, and then baits him into the second one to show him that he's ready again. What a message sent in round 1.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's Kawano's fault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, a lot of folks, when they see the spark and they're expecting the fireball, they would DI.
Yes, indeed. Momochi, though, he's setting him up for exactly that, right? He wants to bait him into it. What a read on Kawano, honestly, to start this game. That's got to send shivers down your spine if you're Kawano.
I mean, Akuma has no spine, though. This man is pure evil, so we'll see whether the player is affected or not. The overhead does come in clutch, though. Really early, that's actually evil.
Yeah, indeed, right? Already looking to establish that. Get Momochi antsy on the defense from get-go.
Oh.
Trying to walk under, but that light kick, great button press from Kawano to pick across a button.
Oh. And the walk back, too. That walk speed coming into play as Akuma, really helping him avoid that potential throw and that potential disaster, honestly, from losing his turns. Damn, but what an expensive round.
It sounded like Ed said commit when he could throw it, which was hilarious. Now that's what he actually said, but man, he did commit to that one, and it paid for it dearly. Kawano emptied the resources. He doesn't want to give Momochi another chance because look how deadly Momochi's playing.
I can't believe he sniped out a standing light kick. Kawano is definitely known for throwing that out in neutral a bunch of times over, not just to measure, but also potentially whiff punish something in case you had missed. Because again, those recovery normals, the recovery on those normals, rather quick, right? But even quicker than that, Momochi's game number 1 W against Kawano with this level 3 closeout.
Yeah, to your point, you're not punishing a light on reaction, right? It's pretty much a timing that you commit to, and that's just a testament to how Momochi went about that last round. He was able to call out the timing of Kawano at the beginning. He called out the Kawano timing at the end as well, but right now Kawano's doing the one calling out that reversal ODDP.
Brother, that was only 2 bars of drive gauge from that OD in that combo. And we're already looking at near death with 80 seconds on the clock. Hit him again.
Yeah, the 5-throw loop Kawano. He's like, yo, I did it at Capcom Cup. You don't think I'll do it at EWC? You already know.
Dude, it doesn't matter where you're from. Anybody could catch the smoke for Kawano.
And there's the light kick you're talking about, right? Definitely one of the big tools in Kawano's arsenal to establish the control style that he likes to play.
And not doing it as much now. A little bit more precaution going into this round against Momochi. Doesn't want to be caught with his own timing.
Exactly right. We've already seen Momochi call out some of the timings, but instead, Kawano reacting to the drive rush, shutting that down quickly.
Beautifully done. And the buffer tool behind it, crouching medium punch. That's an excellent counter poke tool. Again, wait a minute! Standing light kick get blown up to smithereens.
Momochi with the headshots right over the stand light kick, man.
That was raw.
It was. Kawano trying to escape via jumper backdash, got called out. DP to grant some relief for now. Oh, he tried, right? And it was after the perfect parry. That was such a big brain chance for Kawano, but Momochi was just so disciplined about it. And then the DI from him again in reaction to the fireball. Are you kidding me?
Kawano tried to do it to him in the first game. He's just repaying the favor. He was in debt. One explosive fierce could spell it all for Momochi while he's locked in with 3. However, this corner push could also spell so much danger for Ed because of his lack of defense.
Indeed, man. Yeah, that's why Momochi, I think he committed to that driver's cancel to just put it back to mid-screen at the very least, in addition to the pressure to grants, of course.
That is huge. Did he delay it enough? Do we get a single bounce? We don't, but it's totally fine, and what a big recovery from Momochi.
Exactly, and we talked about his routing expertise. He still knows how he's going to pick it up, even with the double bounce. Takes Kawano to the other side of the wall. Light kick, no commitment. He was below that 3-bar threshold. He didn't want to burn himself out.
And the walk back gets clipped from Kawano. Momochi was trying to bait out something way more dangerous than that, but low medium kick is just enough. Wall and burnout, Kawano's got to space himself out with these fireballs to recover some of that drive gauge. Demon Raid a little bit too shallow. Momochi on the howl now.
Indeed, right? He knows. Oh my goodness, just jumps the flicker instead, and Kawano ties up the set. I was going to say, you know Momochi was still in Predator mode because he had the level 2, right? He definitely knew while Kawano was burnt out, it was a big opportunity to get up 2-0 in a lead, but what a clutch, composed way to respond.
Man, how many lights does he get to string up that close? I forget. It's so much, man.
Yeah.
And it's such a good pressure point, too, because you can't walk away from it even after the 2 standing light punches.
That's why Momochi was looking for exactly to kind of open him up via that way, right? Especially with the burnout, you get a little bit more advantage off the line. But instead, Kawano, some big jumps are coming in, and he's being rewarded heavily for them.
Give me a throw. Knocking on the doors instead. Back to it, a couple of lights, just peppering on in there. Getting a little bit of seasoning on that Ed.
Ooh, let's see, it's gonna be too spicy for him or not.
That boy needs some sun.
Yeah, most definitely does. He come down to Riyadh, you'll get plenty of it. Ooh, right there though, the punish counter.
Dash up on in there with a kill. Kill rush, excuse me. Oh my god!
Yeah, for
I
real.
thought he was gonna swing! I thought Momochi was gonna counter.
Agreed. Thought he was gonna try for a check. Who knows how that would have played out, honestly, with the forward fears from Kawano.
That speed, that distance, he would have got smacked. Oh, speaking of getting smacked! No Demon Raid here. We got the live Demon Hunter instead. Uh-oh. We're gonna drain the bank account. Yeah, we forced it. Yeah, went into foreclosure.
Exactly, bro. It's up for auction now. My meter. Somebody buy it back from me, please. Right now, he actually gets the forward fierce and the stand fierce afterwards. Catches Kawano trying to wake up with a button. Momochi here back in the lead, just barely.
Honestly, I think OD Blitz to follow up would have been so much chip damage too, or even Flicker, right, to keep him closer in position. It would have been lights out regardless. Speaking of lights out, we got the level 1 immediately against Kawano, just below 50. Jesus! Excuse me?
That's what he tried earlier, right? Momochi, he knows he's good at perfect parrying the projectiles, so he does the adamant flame to then check the check attempt from Momochi.
That is beautiful. That's a good call, Ringe.
Man, oh man, Kawano right now starting to cook. He's definitely feeling it after finding that hit. That's what he wanted previously. Gets up in there with the throw. He's gonna do it again. Oh my goodness, it would have worked.
Okay, not quite the uncheck. I mean, even if he didn't have enough life to save himself regardless, committing to that normal.
What a different set this has been. Oh my goodness. Not gonna let you do a fireball string on me. But yeah, this has been such a different game, different set from yesterday, right? It's been neck and neck all the way through so far. Oh, and then baits out the ODDP after the drive rush cancel pressure. Big from Momochi. He's got level 2 on deck now as well after the completed combo.
Jeez. Not really much to get done off of that punish counter standing light. A little bit too far. There was an attempt to nullify the DI. There was a crouching jab there. He could have gone into super. Still stuck in DI. Oh, sorry, still stuck in burnout.
Indeed, and now Kawano's got his full drive meter back. Only getting the back throw. Oh my goodness, but he went after him with a low on the drive rush, and he's gonna complete it with a level 3 afterwards. It was an expensive gambit, right? That raw drive rush, low with a drive rush cancel, it costs you 4 bars, so build back into the green, fam.
Oh my God, the chop taking down the ankles, breaking the shin on the way over at the same time. How did that even clip?
Yeah, for real. It looked like Momochi probably tried to press that potent jump medium punch or jump medium kick.
Right.
I imagine that was the case. I wonder if it would have whiffed if he didn't press anything, though.
I'm thinking the exact same thing, and quite honestly, I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
I really don't.
We found out the different timelines yesterday with the Punk and Shanghai match. We cannot look into those different timelines for this one, please.
This is all the one that matters, really. This is so important. Kawano being up a single game against Momochi, now in control, calling out the OD upper, looking at that perfect. Can he repeat the results against Momochi that he had yesterday with a victory? He's getting close to it. The adamant bait out. You saw the check against the drivers from Momochi. Now a lot more susceptible. The backdash actually gets clipped. You saw it from Kawano trying to back away.
Yeah, interesting, the backdash decision at that point, rather than just a down back, and now his parry actually gets thrown. He's very low on drive kick, and Momochi wants to get ready with the DI counter. You are not gonna bully him today with that. Well, even willing to spin the level 2 here. He's got a lot of respect for Kawano's offense, trying to put him away. Looking for the, yes, indeed, the chip out at the end right there. He went with the safe jump right in case Kawano woke up with something. He was going to be able to block it and then went into the chip sequence. Very well managed from Momochi.
Building himself a little bit of meter, a significant amount of meter at that, going into this final round potentially against him. We'll see. Kawano, how does he dump out the meter? How does he force an error from Momochi? Does he rely on his reactions? Does he rely on his misspacing? It's going to be the misspacing.
And of course, the light kick, he just barely beat him to the button with that one. Momochi's trying to wake up with something and get thrown for it. Oh my goodness, both players not committing to anything. Just trying to bait something out from the other side.
And surprisingly enough, it's not like a meaty light, right? To kind of bait out the OD uppercut. It's just Kawano giving him massive respect.
That's a great point, right? You can get that light timing in because the DP on the end is slow enough. Usually you recover before getting hit by it. But yeah, Kawano doesn't even want to take that risk. Trying to play other mind games and then again representing the OD reversal. Oh my, he put himself in burnout to try to get that one strike throw away. And yeah, because of the burnout, he's not going to be punished on the OD blitz.
He's still alive, and he gets clipped overhead standing.
I don't know what happened, Momochi. You can see the disappointment on his face on that one. If he got caught moving forward or jumping at that exact moment, whatever it may have been, Kawano, very thankful that's what he went with, and he closed it out.
There's no way